Back in the day, we didn't have a lot of Street Fighters. You had to make your own Street Fighter out of a Supersport and Superbike back in the day. Today we have so many fast and beautiful Supersports and Superbikes to choose from, but we also have a slew of really awesome naked motorcycles out there. And you know, I've owned several sport bikes, and I also own some naked motorcycles. But that begs the question, should you get a Supersport or a naked motorcycle? I'm going to give my opinion from my experience, and it may just surprise you.
Let's go for a ride. Subscribe today.
Cooking it out here, boy. I tell you guys, whatever motorcycle you get, make sure you wear the full gear so you don't have a real effed up day. And I have links to all my gear, which is awesome, like the super lightweight carbon fiber helmet that comes with an automatic tint shield, my motovlog camera, airbag vest to help keep you safe, my Sedici jacket, shorty gloves. Links to all my gears in the description and comment section of this video. I'll tell you guys, that's what I love about the Supermoto. Good times out here, baby, on my Supermoto. Really, I've had a lot of different, you know, I had sport bikes, and I had a cruiser and dual sport and Supermoto. I tell you guys that out of all the bikes, my Supermoto is the most fun motorcycle, hands down. This 450, this YZ 450FX custom Supermoto, which I did a full build series on. I have a link in the description and comment section of the video. And before I give my opinion, I want you to leave a comment and tell me your opinion. You know, Supersport or Street Fighter. But I'll tell you guys that I've had a great time on all the different bikes. But honestly, these new Supersports and Superbikes of today are basically top-end track bikes these days, as where many years ago, you know, a lot of people were riding Supersports and Superbikes back then, is they were more street friendly back then. They're not street friendly these days because they have a slew of these Street Fighter type motorcycles or naked motorcycles. That's another name for them. And so it's really unnecessary to get a Supersport or Superbike for the streets these days, because we have so many Street Fighters. Back in the day, we didn't have a lot of Street Fighters. You had to make your own Street Fighter out of a Supersport and Superbike back in the day. I even did a video way back where I was going to convert my CBR 1000 RR to a Street Fighter, but you don't need to do that no more because there's so many cool Street Fighters. But there is a reason to still get a Supersport or a Superbike out here, is that if you ride track days. If you do a lot of track days, but yet you also use their bike to ride out here on the streets, then it probably makes sense. And if you can't afford to have multiple bikes like I have had in the past, it's really awesome to have a bike for everything that you do, but everybody can't afford that. If you just want a one bike and you do a lot of track days, and that's the most fun you have, and that's your pride, and you just cruise out here on the street sometime, then you'll be just fine getting a Supersport or Superbike, okay? But if you don't do any track days at all, it makes zero sense to get a Supersport or Superbike. Really, it doesn't. Because, like I said, these track bikes, they're top-end bikes. They don't have the bottom-end grunt like the Street Fighters have. Also, they got fairings you got to take off, which are a pain in the butt sometimes, like I had to do in the past in order to do maintenance on the bike. If you drop the bike and it gets scratched up, a whole new side fairing can run you $500+. It's really expensive. You're in an uncomfortable riding position with the Supersport or Superbike. So it really just does not make any sense to get a Supersport or Superbike just to ride out here on the street only. Now, I know a lot of people out there get a bike specifically for its looks. The Superbike and Supersport looks beautiful. It looks prettier than the Street Fighters. Let's keep it real. It does. But is your experience out here on the streets going to be any better because it looks better? No. Once you throw a leg over the bike, all that matters is having a good time out here on the streets. That's it, how the bike performs. And just tooling around here on the street like I'm doing right now is extremely boring on a Supersport or super bike. It really is, because you're in a race position, crouched over, and just cruising around here. It's stupid, man. And some people call people like that posers, you know what I'm saying? But I don't. I did videos on that in the past and joked about it, but and people used to call me a poser because I rode around here on a CBR 600RR and a CBR 1000RR for years. But they didn't have the slew of cool street fighters like they do now. Back then, a lot of people were riding, you know, super sports and super bikes back in the day on the streets. You don't see them that much anymore out here. They don't sell that well. And a lot of people can't afford the track. It's really expensive at the track, you know. So, I don't know, man. You do what you want to do, but really it's more of an ego thing with a lot of riders out here, is that they think they look cooler on a super sport or super bike. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of like the Harley Davidson riders think they're cooler on their Harley Davidson. They think their bikes are the best. Meanwhile, I'm having fun out here on my Supermoto, baby. Busting all kinds of wheelies out here. And can go ride off-road if I want to. That looks interesting right there. Should I go do it? Nah. I don't feel like getting bothered by the popos. I just want bust some wheelers out here. Having a good old time out here. Yeah, we got Farmerdale right here. Yeah. But honestly, it comes down to what you want, man. What you really want. You know, it doesn't matter what Cycle Cruiser thinks or anybody else thinks. It comes down to your happiness. If it makes you more happy, you know, riding around out here on a fast bike, riding slow and looking cool on a cool looking bike, and that makes you happy, who am I to knock over your happy box? You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. You know, I had a great time on my CBR 600RR and 1000RR. But a lot of times it was because I was just speeding, man. You know what I'm saying? And I realized after a few speed tickets, I'm just like, dude, what am I doing out here, man? Is it worth it? Why don't I just get something with a lot of torque and bust some wheelies instead? Yeah, having a good old time out here, baby. Yeah. We out here. We out here having a good old time out here. And that's what it's all about. It's about having a good time out here. You know what I'm saying? And that's all that matters. But I want you to leave a comment below and tell me, give me your opinion on it, how you feel about it. Because that's why I do these videos. I love talking with you guys in the comments and appreciate you guys. Make sure to subscribe to my All in One Motorcycle channel. Make sure to hit thumbs up. It really helps my channel when you hit thumbs up and you share it and you comment. I appreciate you guys. Also, make sure to check out my other channel, Bug Out Moto. So until next time, I'll catch you guys later.
Check out my playlist for new riders and popular videos. Don't forget to comment and subscribe.